Today's episode is about a driver who wasn't just great, he was something bigger. A symbol, a force, a storm on the racetrack. This is the story of Dale Earnhardt Sr., also known as the Intimidator, the man who made the black number 3 one of the most feared sights in all of motorsports. Dale Earnhardt grew up around racing before he even understood what racing truly was. His father, Ralph Earnhardt, was known as one of the toughest short-track drivers ever, a man who could take a car that barely held together and somehow make it win. Dale watched, learned, and absorbed every bit of that toughness. He didn't grow up with a lot of money, and nothing came easy, but that actually shaped him. He wasn't spoiled, he wasn't soft, he was determined. And from the moment he got behind the wheel of a race car, it was obvious Dale Earnhardt was built for this. In 1975, Dale finally made his NASCAR Cup Series debut, and even though he wasn't a polished rookie, he immediately made an impression. He drove with this wild mix of confidence, fearlessness, and pure aggression. Some drivers took time to adjust to his sport. Dale didn't. He didn't care who you were. If you were in front of him, he was coming for you. People either loved or hated it, but nobody could ignore it. By the early 1980s, the legend began forming. The black uniforms, the sunglasses, the mustache, the way he spoke, the way he stared at people, everything about him screamed intensity. Then came the iconic black number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevy. That's when the Intimidator was officially born. Other drivers started racing differently when they saw that black car in the mirror. Some got nervous, some got angry, but almost all of them got past. Dale Earnhardt wasn't dirty, he was simply willing to do whatever it took to win. During the late 80s and early 90s, Dale Earnhardt entered his prime. He won races, he won championships, and he did it with this confidence that almost felt supernatural. 7 Cup Series championships, 76 wins, dozens of iconic moments. Some drivers win, but Dale Earnhardt took wins. He controlled races like he was the sheriff of NASCAR, and everyone else was just trying to not get run over. One thing that made Dale so exciting was his rivalries. Jeff Gordon, Rusty Wallace, Darrell Waltrip, these battles were legendary. Sometimes they banged doors, sometimes they got out angry, sometimes the fans exploded, but at the end of the day, it wasn't about hate. Dale's rivalries respected him because he never backed down from a fight, and he never pretended to be something he wasn't. He was honest, brutally honest, and that made people trust him. Dale Earnhardt fans weren't normal fans. They were like a loyal army. People connected with him because he wasn't fancy or glamorous. He was a working class guy who spoke plainly, raced fearlessly, and didn't pretend to be perfect. The black number 3 became a symbol of toughness. Even people who didn't watch NASCAR knew who the guy in the black car was. He represented grit, he represented old school racing, and he represented the kind of determination that makes legends. Even with all the success, there was one race that tortured Dale Earnhardt, the Daytona 500. Year after year after year he'd get close. So close that fans almost expected something to go wrong at the last second. Blown tires, wrecks, last lap heartbreak. It was painful. It didn't matter how good he was, Daytona refused to give him a win. It became the one missing piece in his incredible career. But then came 1998. After 20 years of frustration, bad luck, and near misses, Dale Earnhardt finally did it. He won the Daytona 500. And what happened next was something NASCAR had never seen before. Every single crew member from every single team lined up on pit road to congratulate him. Nobody else in history has ever gotten that moment, because everyone knew Dale Earnhardt had earned it. In 2001, on the final lap of the Daytona 500, the racing world changed forever. Dale Earnhardt was involved in a crash that took his life. It felt like the sport lost its backbone, its hero, and its biggest personality all at once. But from that tragedy came massive safety changes. The HANDS device, safer barrier, head and neck protection, improvements that have saved countless drivers since. In a way, Dale Earnhardt saved lives even after he was gone. Dale Earnhardt Sr. wasn't just a racer. He was an attitude, a mindset, a reminder that toughness and courage can take you farther than anyone expects. And even today, when you see that black number 3 sticker on a car or a fan holding up 3 fingers on the final lap, you're seeing a legacy that hasn't faded and never will. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you back for episode 4.